James Ryan from Wales has been blocked on this occasion. Leinster defending well. This is Lee Chin from Wexford going forward. Chandeliers Cloud in beautiful sunny southeast takes a shot. Blocked on this, it comes rebound, pounding its way. Brilliant goalkeeping by the Limerick man. Hand passes it quickly as far as Paul turns. Limerick and Tipperary. Normally at home in hurling they don't get on that well, but on this occasion they are getting on really well. Here comes James Ryan, laying it out. As Graham O'Kane, he loves to score goals. Difficult angle. He'll get the touch. And it's enough to just deflect it out of the danger zone. Here comes Owen Kelly, great man for scoring goals, trying to knock it back. As Wayne McNamara, but Leinster are very vigilant today, ladies and gentlemen. Very impressive. Paul comes back for James Ryan. He's inside the large with the whole lovely ball in front. That's 3 points. And that's the game, the Fighting Irish. The recovery has started, and we give credit to Wayne McNamara.
Yeah. No, you know what Jerry was telling me about this? When he was back in school, his gym teacher would punish people by smacking him in the ankles with hurling sticks.
Big change, I've been told by Alan Newton here, and the ball is cut down long. Down for his Cathy O'Callaghan. Thought about having a shot lobbed it in across the cut there comes instead off. What about that for a finish by Tom? By number 7, that's Aidan Hart. Aidan Hart scoring that goal. Wonderful strike of the ball, volleying it into the net and
damn.
And away comes James Ryan. James Ryan getting a Paris chance of a large comedy. Tremendous defending by Tommy Walsh. Turning his back to the ball, but at least putting his body in front of the shot. Munster finds it difficult to break down this Leinster movement. Donald Brady throws the pitch to play quickly. Hand pass is now allowed. Forward Graham Mulcahy. Mulcahy goes inside. Here's a chance. Oh! In the back of the net. Seems like him off the crossbar. The referee says no goal. It was a wonderful strike by Wayne McNamara. With Munster going search of goals and points. Chelsea for Owen Kelly. Trying to get the ball inside James Cahill. Controlling it, getting it anywhere. Down towards the number 11, that's Niall Healy. This is Richie Hogan. Richie, look at this, just soloing with the ball, with the sitter literally glued to the hurling. Hand pass inside, now a great hand pass. With the result of Munster and the Fighting Irish come forward here. The chance of opening up the Leinster defence. One man who could do it is our cover.
I told you,
go from there.
Notre Dame.
Look at the control of James Delaney. So where he pops the slipper on the ground with the hurling, gives it back for James Cahill, and away come Leinster again. Number 12 is Neil McCann from the Leinster Antrim. Diagonal balls, passing it over for Jackie Tyrrell. Sending it into the centre. As Lee Chin.
They're from all over Ireland.
Munster needs to get the ball back up the field. Significant.
Right? Oh, that's right. That's right.
This is Wayne McNamara giving it low and quickly and effectively for Claudia O'Brien, who's now on the field, one of the members of the Munster squad. Leinster win back the possession. Comes far as Jack Guiney. Jack Guiney from Wexford trying to break down, stepping aside the challenge of Gavin O'Mahony. Still Jack, oh look at that skill by Jack Guiney. He's almost in top of Nicky Quaid now. Ball comes loose. Munster had to have 5 defenders back there to deny him getting a clean shot at goal. And away comes Donald O'Grady. Donald with a little flick of the hurl. Ultimately it ends up with Graham Mulcahy. Lobs one in. Larry Corbett at the end of it. Good hands by the goalkeeper James Scout. Lays it out quickly. Where is Dotsie O'Callaghan? Dotsie. Diagonal ball. Sweet ball over. Look at the control again of Aidan Hart. Just putting up the hurl. That's made a match. Here comes Aidan Hart. Great save. Brilliant save by Nicky Quaid. And the rebound comes back out. Far as Paul Curran, who is playing that normal full-back role that we expect from him from Tipperary. Good control here by Tom Condon of Limerick. Ball sent low and hard down towards Bonamara. Bonamara laying it off. Good interception, however. Good backtracking and defending by Leinster. Comes far as JJ Delaney. On far as Paul Harlan, his penny knocking. Look at the way he hops the ball on the surface. Great stick work. Coming forward, however, is Paul Curran and James Ryan, and Munster Fighting Irish have it again. Ball is sent across to try and open up the play for Lark Corbett. Going forward is James Ryan. Lar with the stick and the slipper. He's making room for himself. And again, James Scahill is able to control it. Volley it down to the middle. Bit of a call there from Niall Healy. Niall Healy with the slipper on the hurling. Coming into the scoring zone, and it's still Richie Hogan aiming, and here's a shot. Oh, what a
Nice
shot for a
shot.
finish. Superb play. 5 points for Green. He was outside the inner zone, so anything outside the inner box. What a strike by Richie Hogan. Brilliant hurler, brilliant handball. Puck out comes from Nicky Craig, straight for his Shane O'Sullivan of Waterford. Stopped on this occasion by Tommy Walsh, giving it into the centre. Richard get more involved. Game is now on as Alan Kelly throws in the ball. Munster fighting Irish, Notre Dame in the navy and gold. So a lot of pride at stake here. These guys have been training very hard to be involved in this, and they want to go home with a victory. So here we go, second half. 31 points to 9. It's a long way back. Is this the first goal opportunity from Munster? Here's a chance. And it's miscued slightly, and the ball has gone wide. First puck out of this second half for James Stout. Been outstanding between posts. Not getting a touch there. There was a little bit of fouling going on. The referee said that the ball wasn't pucked out sufficient distance. Has to go beyond the halfway line, and the ball is sent back in, and that goes out over the end line and wide. Stout, and once again take the out. Of course, you can see James in no particular rush. But his team are leading by 31 points to 9. And if you've just joined us, well, you're very welcome here. It's Super 11s. You're looking at some of the stars of the game of hurling back in Ireland, playing this wonderful game for you. Ball inside. There's a chance here. Oh, lovely little turn. Onto the left, onto the right.
Nice shot.
Kelly from Tipperary, and it's a long way from Tipperary to here, but he's made the journey and he scored a wonderful goal. So that's now 31 points to 12. And away they come again. This is left off back from Connie.
Oh, what a shot.
Beautiful goal. And that's a 5-pointer by John Condon.
5-pointer.
John Condon has been back into the action here. So that's now 51 points to 7-10. Fighting Irish to Notre Dame in the navy and gold. But where they come again, gathering here is Graham Mulcahy. Graham Mulcahy, look at the way the sitter is moving on. Pops it inside, up to the stick or whistle. The referee has run his whistle, and it looks like it's going to be a free. It's going to be quickly taken by Owen Kelly. Owen Kelly inside far is Graham Mulcahy. Nice combination, just a little bit too fast. Here comes Niall Healy. Niall Healy has, if he needs him, Cathal Carlin from Offaly. Going forward, and Cathal Carlin is this we weren't quite expecting or anticipating. But,
getting a little rough here.
Obviously wasn't light, and you can see that this is not here just for the crack, as they say back in Ireland. They're here to win the match, and referee Alan Kelly will have to sort matters out here now and issue clear edict. So this is the chance for Fighting Irish to come back in. If there's a ball here kicked away by Richie Hogan, but he can't kick the ball deliberately, and that's why Alan Kelly is showing you that he can do river dance in his spare time there. And I think he should hit the referee now, Alan, and all. The ball is sent inside into the Munster forward line. Coming forward is Jackie Delaney. Jackie Delaney giving it low and away from Leinster again. There's a chance here. And that's out for a 65. Chance there off the Earl of Neil McManus coming through. 65 is quickly taken.
Oh, once you get going, that your body gets warm from the heat alone.
Our forward is back there, so too is Donald Brady. Donald Brady, referee, first under the free is quickly taken. There's an opportunity, and the ball is in the net. Munster Bears.
I sat here once before in his seats. Pretty sweet view. But then again, there's really not a bad seat in this house.
That's not true.
Well, okay, but down by the end zone, yeah.
season. Here it is, the Band of the Fighting Irish. America's first university band, saluting our team and fans with the Notre Dame fanfare. The band is under the direction of Dr. Kenneth Dye, with Sam Sanchez, Larry Dwyer, Matt Burton, Allison Thigpen, and Justin McMahon. Drum major Leo Marinovich with Nicole McMillan and Betsy Fitzgerald. Led by the Irish Guard, the band does its unique hike step drill to hike Notre Dame.
Which one? Second to last guy. Irish Guard. Oh, that's not crook, yeah. Yeah, it's, I'll see if I can zoom in on it. No, not gonna go far enough. I feel like gap straight ahead.
This evening's national colors. Wins over number 1 Miami, number 2 USC, and number 3 West Virginia in the Fiesta Bowl, and they clinched the national championship. Led by consensus All-Americans Frank Stans and Michael Stonebreaker, along with first-team selections Andy Heck and Chris Gorage. The Irish posted sensational numbers on defense, ranking 3rd nationally, allowing just 12 points a game. As Lou Holt said, this will go down as a great football team because nobody proved otherwise. Please join us in recognizing Captains Mark Green, Andy Heck, and Ned wins, the Ribbon 5 ties. The Trojans are coached by Ed Orzon, the Irish by Brian Kelly. The game officials are from the Pac-12, the replay officials from the ACC. Here now is your daytime weather information. The temperature is 48. The wind is out of the southwest at 12. And your forecast. It's a marvelous night for a wind dance beneath the cover of October sky. Mostly dark, a tad chilly. A sprinkle cannot be ruled out, but you're tougher than the rest. The low will be 42. 28.
They just told us this was 35. We're very young. This is 35. Here's Monday.
For an Irish first down. Appears to be stopped. Player in on the play for Notre Dame, who in effect broke it up, was Damari Russell.
They'll always be USC. The condom has broken, baby. ND, we are. ND, we are. ND, we are. Don't dance on that sideline now, USC. Don't dance on that sideline now. Dancing like a fucking idiot. Yes.
That play led the game. Wow. Notre Dame 14.
Yes. hold this.
Okay, time for the recap. But first things first. How's it going, everyone? ND Sean 45 coming at you. Hey, it wouldn't be the same if I didn't have my intro in there. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the clips that I had for you at the start of this video. I apologize for there not being more clips of the game itself, but it actually started to rain a little bit during the game, and I didn't want to risk ruining the camera, so I'm sure most of you can understand that. And also, I apologize for the tardiness of this video. You see, first off, this whole trip was actually a last-minute ordeal. You know, I went up with a few members of my family, and we'd actually gotten some tickets from one of my other family members who lives up in Indiana. So hey, you can't pass that up, right? You know. But originally, I just planned to go up and just you know, experience the game day atmosphere and go watch the game in Legends like I usually do when I go up. But that wasn't the case, and I was actually glad to be inside that stadium because it was one heck of a game. But anyway, when it was all said and done, I didn't get back home here to Illinois till 3:30 in the morning on Sunday, and I was a wreck. There was no way the recap was happening then, so I figured I'd just do it here on Sunday night as I'm doing now while I was fresh. So I'm sure most of you can understand. I mean, you know, long drive, a long trip, you just don't. The only thing you feel like doing is sleeping. So that was the case on Sunday morning. But regardless, here I am now. Let's just get right into it. Big win for the Irish. We finally got the Trojans. For the first time since 2001, we beat the Trojans in South Bend, and oh, it was a great feeling, a great time. Huge win for this program, a much-needed win. I don't even know what to say about it. It was great. I mean, to beat your biggest rival at home, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. But I'll tell you guys one thing. I was not expecting that low scoring of a game. I mean, of course, in my preview, I said that we would win 30-20. Whew, boy, was I wrong. I mean, the defense. That's where I got to start. Our defense, hands down, had the best performance of the season in this game. I mean, they stepped up big. They made some plays. You know, they kept USC off the board. There were definitely a lot of turning points in this game. Really, when you think about it, both teams screwed themselves at various points in the game. And one thing that definitely hurt USC was they committed a lot of penalties that you know, knocked them back out of field goal range, and they just made it real tough on themselves, and that ended up being the big difference in this game. You know, I look at our first drive of the game when we stalled at the 2-yard line or 1-yard line, whatever it was, and at that point I was thinking like, oh damn it, here it goes. It starts all over again, the same old crap. But then, you know, you look at the 2 missed field goals that USC had, and you know, really when you think of it, any one of those things could have been a difference maker in this game. But all I know is, thank God things turned out the way they did, because this was a much-needed victory for this program. And with all the recruits we had on hand, you know, what more can you say? We had to win this one. One disappointing thing from Saturday night's game, and he's okay now from what it sounds like, but Tommy Reese getting hurt. all I can say is this about Tommy Rees, and myself, I'm guilty of this too, because I've criticized him quite a bit for mistakes that he's made. But, you know, for all the Tommy Rees haters out there, because I don't hate the kid. I just don't think he's the answer. But I think one thing we can all agree on is Saturday night showed us, all of us, myself included, just how important Tommy Rees is to this Notre Dame football team. You know, he's certainly not the best quarterback in all of college football. He'll probably never play it down in the NFL. I mean, but we all kind of figured that. But it just goes to show that he knows what he's doing out there. For this year's team, he is the best option at quarterback to win. I mean, one guy who was sitting next to me, and I'm not trying to dog him too much because he's just a college student. He's trying his hardest out there, and I understand that. But one guy that was sitting next to me in the stadium, and I overheard him say this, he said, "Man, if there's one guy that makes Tommy Rees look like Joe Montana, it's Andrew Hendricks." And, you know, I'm not trying to be rough on Hendricks, but what that guy said was right. I mean, Hendricks is not the answer at quarterback. You know, maybe it's not fair to say because he really hasn't had that big of a chance and that many of an opportunity to play over the years in his time here at Notre Dame, but he proved that he's not the answer. I mean, I'm not trying to dog him or anything like that, but it's true. Tommy Rees is our best option at quarterback to win this season. I mean, no, he's no Joe Montana, but like that guy said, which I agree with, Andrew Hendricks made him look like a Joe Montana. And, you know, even though Tommy's made a lot of mistakes, it just goes to show that he's a leader out there. He knows what he's doing. He's, I can't say enough, the best option that we have right now. But I definitely think had he not gotten hurt, we definitely would have seen another touchdown. Probably 2 more touchdowns if I had to guess. But all I know is I'm just glad it worked out. The Irish were able to do just enough. I mean, with the way that defense was playing, you know, they won the game for us in that second half, hands down, no question about it. It was it was really a hard-fought victory. The Irish deserved to win this game the way the defense played, and you know, like I said, I'm not dogging the offense in the second half, but you know, with Andrew Hendricks, there's just you're very limited in the playbook with what you can do with him because the video doesn't lie. He can't throw that well, so you're stuck pretty much on the ground, and eventually USC was going to figure that out. But you know, it doesn't matter. We got the win. Last I heard on Tommy Rees is it was a neck strain. He's day-to-day, but he should be back on the practice field midweek. So that's good news because we're really gonna need him for the rest of the season to have to finish the season on a high note and have a shot at the BCS because he gives us the best chance to win right now. But overall, it was a fun time. It was great to see us finally beat the Trojans at home since 2001, and I was so glad that I was there to witness it. It couldn't have been that better of timing to go. So it's funny how sometimes in life the best things that happen are unplanned, and this is one of them for me. So that's really all I have to say, guys. So with that, this is Indy Sean 45 signing off. I'll catch you guys for next time for this week's preview in a couple days. So until then, go Irish! Big win over the Trojans.